Pre-orders for GTA 6 started on June 25th, and with that came a bunch of new controversy that is really stirring up the internet right now, so I wanted to give my 2 cents today. Welcome back to Sonic Boy 2, where I get to talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about outside of Sonic the Hedgehog. Today, like I said, we're talking about the most anticipated game of all time, GTA 6, and its recent pre-order troubles. So on the 25th, Rockstar just launched the pre-orders for GTA 6, so we found out a bunch of brand new information about it. Of course, they didn't give us a new trailer, which I think everyone was expecting a trailer 3 to go alongside the pre-order drop, but I guess not, I suppose. We got the reveal of the prices for the standard version being $80, while the ultimate version, essentially coming with everything, is $100. Now let's start with that first before I get into my whole rant about everything else. I do not think it's a good thing to lock game content behind a higher paywall, so this goes for like digital deluxe editions, this goes for collector's editions. I think stuff like that is stupid, including the times when my favorite franchise ever, Sonic the Hedgehog, has done that. And especially seeing as though this is coming out with the game as opposed to launching a couple months later as DLC you can buy separately. It's just kind of scummy. It's greedy. I don't see any other reason besides that. Obviously, like, there literally is no reason to lock off content behind a higher price besides greed, especially because it's probably only a few button clicks away from being in the base game. I do get wanting to reward the players who spend a little more money on your product, especially in Rockstar's case, but here it just seems odd. Like, you could take the extra cars, the extra boats, the extra outfits. I could totally see all that being collector's edition exclusive, but you're looking at things like exclusive stores as well alongside 2 missions, which a lot of people have been saying there's no proof for this. It's literally on their website. And for the people saying this, they'll be unlockable in the base game, what do you think exclusive means? So just overall, I think that's scummy, and especially the amount of content that they're actually providing for the Ultimate Edition. I don't think that even warrants $20 upgrade, let alone a $10 or a $5 or even a $1 upgrade. I think there's going to be so much content in GTA 6. I'm fine paying $80 for it, but to pay $100 for just a few, maybe at most like 30 minutes of more content, maybe an hour or so of new content, I think that's absolutely absurd. Just get the base edition. If it comes out for cheaper, maybe then get the ultimate edition. Also, it's not cool to shame people for not wanting to buy the priciest version of a game, especially if they don't think it's worth it based on valid criticism. I've seen people do that. It's just not an argument you should even get into. If someone even says something as stupid as that, I don't think that's something you should listen to. If you don't want to buy the game, don't buy the game, especially if it's based on valid criticism. And do not shame people for not wanting to buy the same game because, oh, they're trying to be different. No, they're not. They're trying to preserve their wallets. Just because someone has better impulse control than you does not mean that they are trying to be different. Although I could definitely see the point that some people are making that the $100 investment, with how much content GTA 6 is probably going to be providing, it's probably worth it in the long run. Too bad, still not paying $100 for a video game. I got close with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and I do regret that. I do regret spending $90 on that game, especially because there's no disc to show for it, there's nothing to put on my shelf, no cool collector's item. Even, like, I don't even have a paper that says, hey, this is the code for the game. I don't have anything like that. All I have to show is the fact that it's in my library, it's on my PS5, and I downloaded all of the DLC content and the updates. That's all I have to show for it. And I do regret it. I kind of wish I bought it on physical and then just waited for the season pass stuff to be its own separate items, or maybe just get a digital deluxe upgrade when I could. And what's funny too is everyone is trying to justify their own price points. It's like, $80 is fine, $100 is fine, I'd pay more for than $100, you know, stuff like that. What's funny is too that there are some people who play the really smart game and do the long game, where after a few years, these games are eventually going to go on a permanent price drop, which, if you go to any Walmart ever and look at the discount game section, you will 100% find GTA 5 and Red Redemption 2. Speaking of, I've been playing for the past few weeks, has actually been the best game I think I've ever played besides Spider-Man PS4. That's a high bar. Only for $20 too. So I think that's what we'll do with GTA 6 as well. Just wait for it to be that lower price at Walmart. And after 3 or 4 years, it'll be $20, $30, $40, so I'll probably pick it up then, and then it'll be worth it to me. Also, don't let anyone try to tell you that your standard of what is and what isn't worth it for a video game is incorrect, because that's all subjective. Like I said, I don't think $80 is even worth it for GTA 6, but some person, like I said earlier, be willing to pay way more than $100 for GTA 6. So, now talking about the big elephant in the room, technically, there is no physical version. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no GTA 6 on disc. Absolutely none whatsoever. You'll get a box if you get the quote-unquote physical edition, but it will come with a code for the game. That is absurd. Like I mentioned with Crossworlds, I was getting essentially what is pixels on a screen for $90. You'd be getting GTA 6 at $80 base price for a box and a piece of paper and pixels on a screen. I can't even fathom spending $80 for a physical edition. Comes with a box for code. Games that come with consoles these days do that, which I'm fine with that. I was paying more so for the console rather than the game. So if you want to do that, that's fine. But paying for a game physically just to get a piece of paper saying, hey, you own the game. You don't even own the game. I'll get into that later. And can you believe there are people trying to justify this? I keep hearing things like nobody uses discs anymore. I keep hearing things like no one cares about discs. And let me tell you something, buddy. This is just my collection of PS3 games. Hold on. So I've been playing on the PS3 for about, I want to say 11 years at this point. And these aren't even all my games. These are mostly my dad's games. But that's a pretty impressive collection there, huh? And even then, all of my Sonic games aren't on here. Then you have my PS4 games, well, and PS5 games too. This isn't even including my Sonic games still. And then I also have stuff for like the Nintendo DS, 3DS, Wii, and PS2. The PS2 and Wii both have one game each, but that still adds up to 64 physical titles. And you wanna know why they're physical titles? Because all of these games that you see before you all came with a disc. You are paying $80 for no disc. For the most anticipated game of all time, they don't have one of the most popular media forms, a disc. How people have been playing video games for the past 30 years. A disc. They just decide not to make it. When most of their base, I can guarantee you, will have disk drives. Besides PC, of course, but they're a whole other beast, and they don't even care about the main game. They care about more so GTA Online, so they could mod it to Timbuktu and back. I know they've already spent $2 billion on this game, reportedly. I get that this is going to be the most expensive game of all time. But you know what's crazy, though? They've already made $3 billion in sales. That's right, reportedly, they've already sold $39 million in pre-sales. That equates to, if every copy is $80, you times that by 39 million, that is $3.1 billion. And you're telling me this is the same company that can't afford to just make some discs? Well, of course it's not they can't afford it. What do you think I am, stupid? No, it's so apparently nothing can get leaked. That's BS, too. I don't know how many of you guys remember this or even old enough to remember this, but back in 2022, Rockstar Games was hacked. And it could very well happen again. And it could probably happen once the encrypted versions of those files land onto people's PlayStation 5s a week before the game launches. This isn't about leaks, it's about them trying to maximize their profit. Although, discs barely cost anything nowadays, I don't think that'd be that much of a financial hit, seeing as though this game has literally made back $3 billion in 24 hours. That is unheard of for any entertainment media. Avengers Endgame, Avatar, these films reached billions of dollars within months. It took GTA 6 one day. This will be the most profitable piece of entertainment of all time. And when it succeeds, because I know it will, I want it to fail, because I don't like current gaming practices, including this disc thing. So when other companies see that they can get away with not doing disc because GTA 6 did it, they're going to do that. And then that's going to be the fall of physical media, and you're not going to own any video game ever again, besides what you have on disc. It has been heavily documented how the licensing system works on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, especially Nintendo Switch 2, that it is atrocious what they can do, and they could just take away your game like that. You don't own the game, you own the license to the game, and that license can be revoked at any time under their user agreement. It is a sad world we are living in, folks. Look, I know a bunch of people who are going to play GTA 6. My friends are going to play GTA 6. My teachers are probably going to play GTA 6. Probably my family members are going to be playing GTA 6. You know, I'm not going to be doing? Playing GTA 6. Not only do I not think it's worth it, I want a disc. I want to be able to hold the most anticipated game of all time in my hands. I won't be able to do that with GTA 6. And if I see one single comment about a rumored physical edition coming up, I'm just going to completely ignore it. Because this has already been disproven. Rockstar support reportedly said that there is going to be a disc version launching later on. No, there's not. Misinformation. Where that source comes from, it's an email from a Polish website that says there's a physical edition coming in the following months. Not the following months of the game's release, the following months. Like now. What they're talking about there is not the physical edition, it's the physical edition. But For the next 145 days, I want you guys to just contemplate about if you want to buy this game or not. Because I already made my choice, I'm probably not going to. Sorry to be so dramatic, of course. I know this isn't going to be anything too major after a few years. So at the end of the day, what have we learned so far, ladies and gentlemen? Well, people will pay for anything as long as they think it's going to be the best thing ever, which most people do, and that's why I earned $3 billion in one day. So, when the game drops, I hope you all enjoy your $80 to $100 licenses. Not games, licenses. Because that's what you own. You don't own any games. You don't own anything. You pay for everything, and you owe nothing. See you all in the next video. Bye.